Today we'll be making bacon wrapped hot dog bites. To begin with, we need hot dogs. These are beef dogs. You can use turkey, and it's supposed to be mini smoked hot dogs, but anything works. These are bacon, and this is hardwood smoked bacon, but you can use turkey bacon, chicken bacon, anything. These are brown sugar, and we got packed today, but you can use crystallized if you wish. Moving on, this is bamboo skewers, and you could almost buy these anywhere. This is just to put everything together. This is all we need. First, you will need a cutting board and a sharp knife, and get your beef dog and your bacon ready. To cut the hot dog, find the middle of the hot dog first, and then just cut to 3 pieces. I'm just gonna eyeball it, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Now let's cut the bacon and gonna mark in the middle and cut into 3 pieces. And this is where the sharp knife comes really in handy. Now we will simply wrap the bacon onto the hot dog. So you're gonna lay out the bacon and roll the hot dog. Now you're gonna use your skewer and poke through the hot dog. And put this right to the bottom so you leave space for the other ones, like so. Now this is what a whole entire stick of bacon wrapped hot dog looks like. I put 9 in a row, but you can do how many you want. Now we'll simply add the brown sugar on top of our bacon wrapped hot dogs. Now this is what they look like. I've made quite a few for a party tomorrow, but make as much or as less as you want. Now this is the part that you need to get a little bit messy. You're just going to put your hand in the brown sugar and place the brown sugar on top of your bacon wrapped hot dogs. Now you want to coat this very well because all of this brown sugar will turn into a very delicious syrup, and you want to make sure that every piece is coated. And of course you can do this without the sugar, but with the sugar is definitely best, I think. Now you're going to do this to every hot dog you have, and it's going to look something like this when you're done. So I've kind of coated this very well, and if some drip through, it's okay because it's all going to turn into delicious syrup. You can seal these hot dogs in plastic wrap until you're ready to bake. So I'm baking this the second morning, and this is the spicy one, and this is the sugared ones. So I made 2 types. So after your hot dog's been there for a while, you're just gonna carefully, using your oven gloves, you're gonna take one tray out and put it on a cutting board or a rack. And you can see what it looks like. So all the sugar has melted and some oil has came out of the bacon. Now you're just going with any kitchen utensil. I'm using chopsticks because I think it's easier, or your hands. Yeah, it's not going to be very hot. You're just going to flip it around to coat the sugar evenly. So you want to roll every sausage around if you're doing it on toothpicks. Now you're going to go ahead and add more brown sugar if you wish. I really like it to be a little bit sweet on the outside and a little bit salty in the inside with the hot dog, but you want that bacon to be crispy and very sweet, so I'm just going to go and add in a very thin layer of brown sugar. Now you're gonna go ahead and put in the sugared bacon on your rack to bake once again. And I am just gonna take out my second tray because I'm baking 2 trays, and this is the one I added a little bit of chili powder on top so that some guests could have spicy ones if they wish. So once again, I'm gonna use my hand to flip it, and don't worry if your bacon stick because it's not a very huge deal. And now you're just gonna go in with your oven gloves, and you're gonna pop that back into the oven to continue cooking. Just put it in the same position and we'll change them a little later, like so, and close your oven. After around 6 or 7 minutes or so, you're gonna take out the sugared bacon, or the one you put on the bottom rack. So you can see that the sugar have not yet melted. So what I'm gonna do is just switch the position so the sugar can melt. I'm gonna put the spicy one on the bottom rack to have a little less heat. And I'm gonna go ahead and place my sugared one on top so that brown sugar can turn into a super delicious syrup. So we're just gonna let it melt, close the oven. After another 5 minutes or so, you're gonna realize your brown sugar is bubbling very hard on the side since you put it on the top rack, but that's okay because the brown sugar is gonna thicken and it's gonna turn into more delicious syrup that you'll want to have, so it's gonna be fine. Now I have taken all of my sausages out and I put them in a casserole dish so it's easier to cover later, and I kind of put the spicy and the sweet one together, but if you're really picky you can put them on separate dishes, and the best way to do it is to take them off the skewer, and I will do that when I'm gonna eat it so you can serve it easier. What I'm doing right now is covering this with foil so this can stay hot until I'm ready to serve.